To learn about the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. So one of my subscribers confronted me today about the tiny house build. But before I get into that, let's go ahead and work on the tiny house. So today I'm going to try to finish this wall that I've gotten up. So that would make 3 walls. I'm gonna try to get this wall up. So that means I'm gonna put on the OSB, I'm gonna put the house wrap on, and then I'm gonna lift the wall. Now, before I get started, I want to tell you, I had a hard time sleeping last night. Something struck me yesterday, and I thought, you know, I'm not sure I'm doing this right. So I had to muddle through the night, but this morning I got some confirmation that I am doing it correctly. What my concern was is right here is, like in yesterday's video I showed you, I built 2 separate walls. My thinking was I could raise this section up and then raise this section up, and while they're up, then I can attach them to each other and it makes one wall. And I got to thinking, is that strong enough? I know that you have to do this when you have, let's say, a 24-foot house. They don't make 24-foot boards. Well, I mean, they might, but you know what I'm saying. The longer the house, you know, the boards can only be so long. So you got to break it down. Well, the 16-foot boards are just outrageously expensive. So I think they were like $40 a piece, but I got these for $9. I thought what I could do last night while I was dreaming, you know, having this nightmare, was I could use the OSB to strengthen this up. I lay it down, make sure that the OSB lays right on top of the seam. But I don't have to do that. I confirmed this morning that it's okay, because once I get this screwed together, these 2 screwed together, I screw this to the floor, then of course I'm gonna have my rafters up here, and the rafters will give it more strength also. Plus the plywood on the roof is gonna give that all strength. So everything starts to tie in together once you get it all built. Nail the OSB with 1.5-inch root nails to the frame. I'm going to space them out every 4 inches. So the next board I got to put on, next piece of OSB I got to put on, I got to cut out a window. That's always challenging. Now the window comes in from the frame a little bit. It's not like I'll be cutting from the edge of the OSB. I'll have to cut inside the OSB. So I got to be really careful not to mess up my measurements. This is the time when they say measure twice, cut once. Just started raining. Looked at the radar, not a cloud in the sky, no predictions of rain. It's got a 1% chance of rain. So I don't understand it, but it made everything wet now. So now you should be able to see the shape of a window there, similar to that. Now, I like putting my cut next to the actual opening. That way I can kind of eyeball everything to make sure the lines kind of match up. All right, so I was able to cut the window out with a little bit of error, but not catastrophic. It all worked out. For some reason, I cut an ½ inch short right on this board. I just mismeasured, and I think I measured it twice. I felt like I measured it twice, but anyway, that's okay. It still will grab on. The window will cover up. The metal sheeting will cover it. Everything's fine. No catastrophic errors. So now we'll get that nailed on. We'll put the house wrap on it, and then we can lift it up. Okay, so we got the wall all nailed down now. Got the window cut out. So this one section we're almost finished with. We're going to put the house wrap on, which is the same stuff as this. That's a window. Of course, once I get the window in, then I cut that out. We're going to use what's called plastic cap nails. And these are pretty neat. I wish I had known about these when I was building the camper. I would use these to put the coroplast over it, because this plastic is flexible. It's flexible. And so that seals the felt paper up against the wood. I guess that keeps it from leaking. It's genius. So a little bit more expensive. Now, one of the advantages to the paper is it has these little markers where the nail goes. So you don't have to do a lot of work. Just find the stud, put it there. Okay, so I got the wrap on. So this section of this wall, so there's two sections, as I was saying before. So this section is ready to be raised. I'll screw it into that board there. Now I put this board here just in case I lift it and it starts to go over to the other side. I don't want it to fall off the side, so that should catch it. It's balanced pretty well, but just in case it gets out of hand. Well, it's up. Really was rewarding to get this wall up. It all worked out perfectly. Every little concern I had disappeared as soon as I got it up. This wall straightened right up. This wall straightened right up. I put a square right here to see if it was square, and boy, I mean, it's perfect. Siding, the roofing material, you know, the metal roofing I'm going to use, should square right up. So we'll get this wall started tomorrow, get that up. And then I think I'm going to have to pause for a little while. This is Wednesday. I know you'll get the video later. Thursday I'll work on this wall, but Friday we're going to go grocery shopping. Saturday I kind of take a morning off, talk to my family. So maybe Sunday I can get back on it. So, but I got to get this wall up before a good hard rain, because I need to get a tarp up over here. And then sometime next week, I'll get 2x4 so we can start working on the rafters. We're well on our way. I mean, there's going to be a lot of detail work that is going to take me a long time, but at least the structure will be there. Before I end this video, I wanted to discuss something. I'm okay that people have differences of opinion on how to build a house. If you want to build your house one way, that is completely fine. I'm building my house as inexpensively as I possibly can. I've said that a million times. So I can focus my money in where I really want it. Where I want my money is in insulation. So I'm spending my money making sure the place is warm. This thing is, it's going to be less than $5,000. I'm just not overly concerned about it. If it falls down in 5 years, 10 years, well, I'll spend another $5,000. The other day, I got a comment from somebody, and I get this regularly, but this one seemed to trigger me a little bit. Called me an idiot. Well, he didn't call me an idiot. What he said was, whoever told you that is an idiot. And what he was saying is, with the house wrap, that you're not supposed to run it vertically, like I've done. Well, he's calling me an idiot because nobody told me to do it one way or another. He says I'm supposed to use one continuous roll all the way around and then do it again and do it again. Well, first, if you're going to call me an idiot and you cannot have a conversation without name calling, then you get blocked. Because if you're not intelligent enough to have a decent conversation, then you're not intelligent enough to tell me your 30 years of experience. You've already lost your credibility. But what he said is not true. I looked it up. You can run it horizontally like this. And if you do that, you got to have 6 inches of overlap. So overlap from one paper to the other. If you do it vertically, you just have to have 12 inches of overlap. But my point is, you know, everybody's going to do it differently. And I've been trying to show you how you can build a house inexpensively and be happy. So if you really feel the need that, you know, life is so terrible that you got to call someone an idiot to get your point across. So maybe you should build a tiny house so you can be happy. I hope I can inspire you to create something today. Thanks for watching.